What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Haley. She's outside. She's tied up because she runs away. But not seriously. It's a beautiful day in Dirty Jersey. Weather's finally warming up. So today is the day that we finally start doing some real work to the Camaro. I got some suspension parts, adjustable stuff that I'll need for lowering the car, and then once I get my coilovers, I'll have to readjust everything to make sure it's all in line and it's not pulling on shit the wrong way. Haley! But yeah, so we got some real parts finally. Panhard bar, relocation kit for the Panhard bar so I can fit true dual exhaust eventually over it, and then also a torque arm with a tunnel mount kit, so this way it stiffens up the suspension and shit a little bit more, and instead of mounting back to the tranny like the original, it's just a shorter torsion arm so it reacts faster for better traction. What else we got? I got a rear sway bar for now, and then after I put this stuff in, I gotta take the coils out, which I'm not gonna do today because we gotta set the ride height to where I want it with no suspension, well, not no suspension, but no springs in it, so this way the car will drop to wherever I want it. I'm going to do that with Andy and James because they both have been in the car scene and the stance scene a little bit longer than I have, well, a lot longer than I have, but they're going to help me get the ride height looking good. We're going to take measurements to send out to UMI and Viking to get my coilovers built, so we're going to do that Saturday because they have off of work. Well, James does, but Andy works, but either way that's the weekend, so he has time after the fact to come over. We'll just measure that up real quick, put the springs back in the car, and then wait for my coilovers to be built, and then after that the car's gonna be sitting pretty. But like I said, today we got the Panhard bar, the relocation kit for the Panhard bar, the sway bar, rear sway bar, and then the torque arm with the tunnel mount. So that's gonna be my main focus, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install it, get it all lined up to where it should be at the stock height now, and then once we do the coilovers and stuff, then I'll get everything adjusted to what that needs to be adjusted to, because the car is gonna be sitting a lot lower than it is now. But time to get started. The car I need to put on the lift, so I'm gonna go do all that, get the parts out, laid out on the ground, unwrapped, unboxed, and I'll see you guys during that part. So, car is up, parts are on the ground. Like I said, we got the torque arm. This is a cross member with drive strap hoop, new sway bar. This is the lowering kit for the Panhard bar, adjustable Panhard bar. Everything's double adjustable. The reason I have to do that is because, like I said, we're going super low with the car, as pretty much low as we can go with whatever wheel setup I want to run. So, gotta be able to adjust. I'm not gonna be really recording much in between, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a time lapse, and I'll move it around so you guys can see me work on the car more. And then once I'm done, I'll come back to talk to you guys, but it'll just be easier to set up a time lapse, open up the door so there's a little bit more light, and get to it. We're gonna hit the torque arm first.
If you ever need a helper, you should know that I'll be there day and night. Nobody else can love you better. I'm here just to treat you right. You're the reason I'm alive. You're the only pain I can endure.
You may have noticed I was limping. I swear it's not because I got this sweet ass gangster swag to me. It's because I dropped the 25-pound weight on my foot today at the gym. Pop, pop. So we're walking a little funny. So if you noticed, that's why. We back. Hit you with the Jack Blames move. It said, bah, bah, bah. What's up, guys? Alright, we're finishing up the car today, or at least this part of the process. We just got, like I said, the sway bar, the Panhard bar, and the relocation mount. Yeah, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna set up the time lapse so you guys can see the process. If I have anything to say, which I don't think I will. I'll stop. I'll record for you guys. But let's get this puppy back on the ground and get it all ready to take measurements for the coilover so we can be driving it soon. I don't know why I keep doing that pointing thing, but whatever.
I just wanna. You're my dream, but I just wanna.
Alright, so we had to run out and get some little blades for Sawzall because these bolts are straight up like rotted into this little bracket here. So I have to cut them out, and I only had one metal blade left in my tool bag. So I had to go get more, of course. Also picked up some more spray paint because we're making it look somewhat pretty, but I got the wrong one. I got semi-gloss. Oh, semi-gloss instead of flat like I was using before, but I wasn't sure which one I had. Turns out I had flat, not semi-gloss. But whatever. Not a big deal. No one's gonna see really underneath the car. So what we got going on right now is a little rattle can extra speed drying action. I have to install the lowering bracket first, and I just painted that so it's stopping wet. I don't want to freaking put the bracket up there and cover that freshly powder coated red and rattle can black. So hopefully that does the trick and dries it up quicker than the rest, because it is taking a while to dry. So I'm just gonna sit here and wait for that to dry. Alright, so that actually worked pretty fast, not gonna lie. We're pretty much dried up, a little bit wet spot, but don't care, it's going up, dry enough. Time to get back to it.
I knew from the start, you my bunny, I'm your Clark. From now to eternity, I give you all my heart. We are meant to be, it's clear to see. My love is bigger than I thought. I got everything I want when I hold you with my arms. Now this don't matter, my love and my pleasure, the key to my treasure. Whatever's the weather, day up and out with you till I die. How many times for you I'ma try? Want you to notice the one and I know this perfect soulmate. I wanna show her my best friend. She saved my life, my happy end in hard times.
Oh baby, hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself. I just want it. Hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself, to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself. I just want it. Hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself, to myself, hug it to myself.
Alright, so suspension's fully in now. I'll give you a little walk around of it. So next I gotta do is just get the rear end set on ride height. So all I'm gonna do is lower the car, put a jack under the rear end, and raise it up so this way it's under the weight of the car. And then I'll make sure that the rear end is completely center. By doing that, I'm just gonna put some string and tape on the fenders and then measure from the fenders to, or from the tape to the center of the axles. I'll show you that process in a little bit, like at the end I'll show you what I did to get it. And then from there I just got to take this, I gotta grind this out because my wheels hit here, and then I'm gonna go with a wider tire setup, so once I get that set, definitely gonna have this cut out. So what happens is when I lift the car up off the ground, it catches right here. So I'm just gonna grind right here out. And then that's pretty much it. Yeah, that is it. So we're pretty much done. Just the final touches, back on the ground, backed out, and then in a few days I'll be getting the measurements for the ride height. So for that process, pretty much what we're gonna do is just take the shocks and springs out and then set the car on the ground exactly where I want it. Take a measurement from the center of this mounting point of the shock and then up top too as well. And then do the same thing on the front, and then we'll have the measurement I need for my new coils from Viking. So I'm excited for that, because once I have that, the car, for the most part, is street ready to look decent. It's gonna be ratchet decent, but I don't really care. I like a ratchet look. And then from there, I slowly get to do some more cosmetic stuff. Get the spoiler, the SS spoiler, the hood I want, all that fun stuff. Paint eventually, the wheels I want. I don't know when I'm gonna get the wheels, but I gotta start looking for them because they're gonna be kind of hard to get. So that's definitely gonna be on my mind after I get this car pretty much ready. Ooh, a little grease on my nose. Alright, so we got Panhard bar set where it needs to be, so I'll show you what I did to get that. Hang this little string here with some nuts at the bottom, so this way I can measure off the axle. And we have 4.5 exactly if it stops bouncing. Ooh, but either way, we got 4.5 exactly on both sides, so the axle is centered. That's pretty much it. She's set, so I just spray painted, obviously, but now I got plenty of room for the wheel right there, and it won't catch, so I lift the car up. The other side is a little bit cleaner, a little bit better looking than this side, because this side I tried to use a wheel, and it did not work the way I wanted to. So this side I just used a Sawzall, and it came out a lot cleaner. This light's obnoxious, but yeah, came out a lot cleaner. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Now, we back. I do the James intro now. You like that? Look who's here.
What up, what up?
It's Andy Danchuk, baby. Alright. So, we are trying to figure out what size coilovers we need for this car. So we gotta take out all this old bullshit and then drop it, measure it, and that's pretty much it for today. So hopefully it's a quick one. What do you think? I think we gotta I think we should unbolt it from the top, because right now we have the spring. This spring is really the main thing that's gotta come out, but the only way to drop it low enough, I would say, is to take the strut out. And then it should drop far enough for us to pull that string out.
You're probably gonna have to drop this too.
Ah, that would suck, but it's not a big deal.
Cause you're not
It's freshy.
Yeah, but I don't know if she's gonna give us enough play to pull that spring out.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm first. Yeah, I'm gonna come out. We have a lower car. We have one struts. Yeah. No, technically, we don't need to take struts out at all. Just leave the fucking top in. Just all you want to do is right here. Pop that out, and then it should drop, and then you should be able to pull the string out, and then you're gonna lower the car. Lower the car. And then measure once it's where you want. Yeah, measure exactly from center point to up top. Alright. The front's a little bit different. The front's good, yeah. The front is the coilers too. But they don't have like standard. No, the front's completely out. Oh, you mean like Viking? Doesn't have standards? Like standard body, you mean? What do they want you to measure? Center point where mounts the like both center points. Make it that short. Yeah. Well, they're gonna make it so each when you have like a strut, like a fucking actual shock has a performance part, like essentially performs its best. So it's supposed to be within that range of the body of the shock. So like obviously, if say you fucking they're trying to achieve the they want you
stroke inside the sweet spot.
Yes, there you go. The stroke inside the sweet spot.
I think that well, like they don't have like after all the cars they've done, they don't have like a extreme low below.
I figured
how the fuck? Why do they want you like you know what I'm saying? How many measurements they got from other fucking clients?
I know.
If you want to achieve low, but like what's the plus or minus from the measurement you give them? That's acceptable. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if they cuss about the body or not.
It seems weird. So they want you to do what? Take the old coil out.
Yeah, we did that. We did fucking.
Yeah, it's only 3 volts, 4 volts.
Yeah,
4 volts actually. This is
it's 2 on the bottom, 3 up top. So
and then once you do that, then lower the car, measure from point to point.
measure from where mounts up. I know.
It's kind of on one side.
Well, then yeah, kind of like this.
You just put something on the tire.
Yeah. Well, on the front, yeah, on the rear.
One side out, and you lower the car, and you let this push out. The way you want it, and you measure. That's what you use one side.
Sure. So the widening the bolt back here. What I'm doing is taking these wheels, one of the wheels, I'll keep the other one on so we can get it where we want it, height-wise, and then I'm holding the wheels so we
You
can
might get this though, because there's no way to. There's no way to make sure that the car's level. I mean, you're within a certain amount.
Actually, that was crazy to me.
Once you take a shock out, if you took this side, it would drop.
I know.
So it's not like so that's what I'm saying. You took on one wheel and.
Well, no, one thing, the same thing, we're just going to put jack stands underneath the rear.
Jack stands.
Lower the car.
Yeah, if we do jack stands.
But we still got to set the right height with the tire. Oh, no, because they're not really able to pull out because we got to defend a little bit. Whatever,
You're gonna literally put jack stands.
yeah, we won't be able to tell. That's exactly where. Are you saying jack stands across the board equal? Like,
Yeah, in the same two spots.
Same
I'm
spots,
saying
yeah.
the floor's level, and then you know you're good.
Sure, so we take one wheel off and then that'll be the Let's go. We're going to set up the time lapse bullshit. So this is kind of what I'm going for, but let me show you. We got some little issues we're gonna have to address as we go on with this. On the other side that we have the wheel off so we can take the measurement, I'm hitting this part of my axle against the inner wheel well, which isn't a huge deal. Cut that out and make that work. Another thing that I'm gonna have to look into is right in here, the swing arm where it mounts up. is very close, but I mean, worst comes to worst, we can make it work. We got a dude that fab up, so worst comes to worst, make that shit work. When I'm on the phone with the guy from UMI, I'm gonna ask him these questions and see what he says about stuff, because I don't think he realized how low I was gonna try and go with this car, and I think I ordered some of the wrong parts. Because the next issue, so we got three main issues right now. Next issue is this ride height. As you can see, we are very close to touching right now. So what that is I bought a competition hard bar lowering kit, so that lowers the one side, so this way you can fit a true dual exhaust over top of the panhard bar. Well, its mounting point. So I ordered that because I plan on running a true dual exhaust. But the issue is now that we're going this low, that those two things almost touch. The panhard bar and then the lowering bracket that goes there. Actually, fourth issue is going to be getting the panhard bar straight. So these are some things. For some reason I thought this was going to be easy, just take measurements, it's going to be good to go, but obviously there's going to be some real fine-tuning and figuring things out for sure. But that's part of the process. It's going to be fun. Like I said, we got a boy that fabricates, so worst comes to worst, we'll get it set up right, 100%. So we got the rear dialed in. I took the measurements. It's looking like the coil at ride height from mounting point to mounting point is going to be 13.5 inches. And now we're going to put this back together and then take out the coil over in the front, measure what we want in there. The front shouldn't be near as bad because the front is independent front suspension, so all that movement is happening on the wheel. Like only really the wheel's moving. Obviously the A-arms and stuff are moving up and down, but the compared to the rear end, since it's a solid rear axle, the whole axle's got to move and everything's got to line up appropriately so it's true and straight when you drive. Like it can't be twisted too much forward or down. The panhard bar controls, if you're looking at the back of the car, if the wheels are to the left or to the right more, like the whole axle, so that all moves. So yeah, it's just going to be trying to dial it in, but the front suspension is going to be a lot easier. Pretty much you could throw whatever setup you want in there just to get the front wheels to fit the way you want to. It won't be as much of a hassle as the rear end, but this is going to be part of the process and making the car very fucking unique. And that's what I want to do, so whatever. So like I said, we're going to throw this back in after Andy is done f***ing around over here. Cleaning his dirty ass air filter of his truck. That's it, car's done. I did forget to film fitment of the front end while we had that all checked out and when we were measuring and stuff to show you what we're rocking the front. Pretty much what we're rocking the front, where the rear of the car, I want the ride height sitting pretty much at this little lip of the tire right now. This, we're going a little bit lower than that, probably somewhere right here to like right here. And what's cool about this, like I said, it's independent front suspension, so it's way easier to work with than the rear end. Pretty much we'll throw the coil in there, we'll be good to go. No other problems other than I will most likely have to get adjustable A-arms to get the alignment and the camber and all that stuff right. But my plan anyway is to get adjustable A-arms and then adjustable upper and lower A-arms. So this way I can pull the camber in on this and probably do like a -3 to -5 or something in there. I'm not sure yet. And this will actually allow me to fit a lot bigger wheel. Not a lot bigger, but a good amount more of a wider wheel in there. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I have everything written down. A little bit of figuring out to do for the wheel setup and what kind of offset and how wide I can go with each wheel, the front and the back. So we do have the offsets of these, what they are. So like the rear is 65 and then that's just a 45 or 55, I'm not entirely sure. So he's able to get kind of an idea of what we have to work with what these are, and then also how much room we have from the inside of the fenders to the outside of the wheels. So he has a basic idea of what we can get in there. But what we're gonna do is once I get these coilovers sent out to me and we get them installed, which will be the next video you guys see, I'll get some wheel spacers. So right now I'm gonna get 1.5 inch wheel spacers for the rear, and I think I'm gonna do 3/4 inch wheel spacer if I can for the front. If not, then I'm just gonna get a 1 inch and we're gonna try and make it work out and get it in there. And from there, that's where we're gonna kind of figure out what I can really fit in there and not buy wheels and then end up them not working out the proper way, because right now if I order the new wheels from what I want, it's like a 16 weight week, so obviously we want to get that dialed, the setup dialed in and know exactly what I need, so this way when they're here, they're ready to get mounted and looking good. But I mean, honestly, the setup doesn't look terrible. Some spacers get them out to give it more of an aggressive look, and then the car lowered, it'll look really good. They just kind of don't look the best right now because the car's 10,000 feet in the air, and frickin' the tires still have a good amount of space that they can poke out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So next time you'll be seeing this car, like I said, is once I get the coilovers. I have the measurements, everything that's super close, like the end links of the sway bar in the rear, and then all the other little things that I was saying before that I need to look out for. So I'm gonna hit up Brant from UMI tomorrow, let him know the issues that I see might be an issue, and see if he has any suggestions of what we can do, or if he's ever seen anything before, knows anything we could do. I might have messed up with that relocation bracket for the panhard bar. That might have been a bad move on my part. I wasn't really thinking about it because this is my first time really lowering a car like this. So I probably made a purchase that I shouldn't have made, and now I'm gonna have to try and make it work, which I'm fine with. It makes it more exciting. But yeah, I'm gonna call him tomorrow, give him all the measurements, kind of talk over what the plan is and see what he thinks is possible and what he thinks can work. And I'm also gonna do my own research online and see what people have done with these cars before when it comes to lowering them, how low people have gone, what they've had to change and stuff like that. I did do that before I ordered parts, just from one kid that I know, actually through Andy, and he's actually who told me I need to order the parts I did from UMI, all the adjustable panhard bar and the adjustable torque arm and stuff. That's the whole reason that this process started, with those parts. But obviously I bought parts that weren't part of that process, thinking, oh, why not, bigger's better type shit, and that isn't the case here because it gives us a little bit of issue. But like I said, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. We'll figure it out. We got friends that can do fabrication, we can custom make stuff, which just makes a car more unique, which is cool. But I'm excited for it. Tomorrow we'll see what the verdict is, but next time you see me in this car, well, maybe not the next time you see me, but next time you see me working on this car, we will have coilovers and probably some other extra goodies. I'm definitely gonna do some work to the car, not on camera, just because it's not anything exciting. Like, I gotta get a new steering column because that one's got a lot of play, and once I put the new steering column in, I got a new steering wheel, pedals, and just e-brake handle and dumb little stuff. I gotta order a new dash because mine's all cracked, new center console because mine's all ratchet. I'm definitely going to order the dash. I don't know if I'm really going to worry too much about the center console because I'm going to change a lot of the interior, but the dash looks terrible. It's all cracked and taped together from the previous owner, but so I'm definitely going to order that, and I got to figure out those little steps next. But that's all stuff that you guys won't see like straight up videos about, but I'll show you once there's a video when we're doing something big enough that it's worth videotaping. But yeah, you guys will see that, so that'll clean up the car and make it look a lot nicer on the inside at least. So it'll just be little stuff like that. I might have a SS spoiler in that time, a different hood, maybe some side skirts or something. I don't know what I'll have by the time I get these coilovers, because I was quoted a wait to get these coilovers made. It's about 4 to 6 weeks right now. So in that time I'll be able to order some more stuff. I think honestly I'll have the adjustable A-arms, the lower and upper A-arms, by the time I have the coilovers, because it might be something that I probably should just frickin' buy with at the same time I buy the coilovers. And UMI is on the same weight, where UMI, it takes about 4 weeks to 6 weeks to make their stuff. They're right on the same wait time as Viking coilovers are right now, so most likely, I mean, I'll talk to Brant tomorrow and I'll ask him if he thinks I seriously need it or not to get the car sitting right, because I feel like once you lower this, like, you're definitely going to need adjustable upper A-arms at least, just to get the camber and stuff right, to get the car aligned properly once you lower it, because I am lowering it a good bit. It's not like I'm lowering it like 1 inch or 2 inches. Like, we're covering this whole distance here, so we're looking at least a solid 4 inches. Probably definitely need the A-arms. But, oh, I'm getting a strut bar too. UMI strut bar for the front suspension. But, alright. Ooh, some brakes too. I might do some brakes. I've been looking at the Bear brakes. I don't know if I'll do that yet or just get freaking OEM replacements, just so these are cleaner, not so shitty looking, and freshen up the brake system, because the car hasn't actually been driven on the road legally for 6+ years or something. It says 2012. So this car has been off the road for, it's 9 years now this car's been off the road. The last time it was inspected. 9 years this car hasn't driven. So yeah, some of the stuff definitely needs some loving. Brake lines is definitely gonna be a plus, but like I said, those things, not gonna videotape. If I get the bare brakes, I'll probably do a video on that because that's a pretty big purchase. But instead of keep rambling on, I just want to let you guys know, since we didn't do much talking in this video, I want to keep you caught up. So I'm gonna go inside, start doing some research. So yeah.
Oh, catfish.
This car reminds him of a catfish.
They look like a catfish,
The
bro.
disrespect right now, it does. The one that's black? Yeah, it kind of does, like I'm looking at it right now.
It's a catfish, bro.
Catfish.
You got catfish.
I'll see you guys in the next video. This is gonna be the 101 Boys Send It car. Dirt jumps. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a freshly painted hood.
Oh, it
It's nice. Look at the color match, dude. It's
Yeah, look
literally,
an orange peel in it.
it's literally right on.
Oh my god.
It just wasn't fucking wet sanded, bro. It's got a lot of dust on it, so you know, it makes it worse. That's where the deer got me good.
I would feel bad though.
Why would you feel?
No.
It's got Recaro seats. It's meant to be a rally car.
Self-made, yeah. Top sipping shots of Patron. I will never stop till the road's my home. I'm about to pop, everybody's gonna know. When the beat drops, they be yelling B-ho. Girls in crop tops, drop tops at the shows. Mini skirts rock, got us all like whoa. All the pretty ladies lined up front row. Driving me crazy, I just wanna take them home. Got it on lock, yeah, you can call me pro. Parties on the blocks, make sure the girls know. Now it's getting hot up in here, oh no. Big Nelly had it right, better take off all your clothes. Future's looking bright, now I'm finally in the zone. 3 years of my life, I committed to the growth. Soldier boy, tell them #1 ringtone. I'm the reason people texting, cause they blowing up your phone. I don't think I do it good, no, I think I do it great. They would do it if they could, they can't do it so they hate. Everybody wanna look, but nobody wanna play. Stealing eyes like a crook while I put it on display. I don't do it by the book, no, I do my own thing. That's why every single hook got them singing like me. And I ain't in any rush, cause I'm finally getting paid. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made.
Camera got that. Dumbass. Fucking idiot.
Come on, baby.